Since our singing voices didn't make it to Nashville,
We figured we would use our voices in a completely different way.
we're two friends hanging out, sharing about our businesses
Our journeys to motherhood, things we love, and making time to do life.
together. This is
Two chicks and a glass. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, y'all.
I'm Angela Robertson, and I am one half of Two Chicks and a Glass.
And I'm Lashonda Hollins, and I am the other half of Two Chicks and a Glass.
Ooh, and today we are going to talk all about our fitness goals and what we do to stay fit and healthy and get in shape. We know it's 2021, so a lot of people are on this fitness trail. So we are going to talk to you about what we do.
And how we stay freaking motivated. Like that, I think that is one of the biggest things that a lot of us kind of uh, suffer from, I guess I should say. We start out the year strong and then the motivation just kind of dies down. So we'll talk about ways to stay motivated too. So this is going to be fun, y'all.
Yes, it is. So I guess maybe you can start us off, Lashonda. What are you drinking?
Girl, I am so excited to tell y'all what's in my glass because it is my favorite wine. Y'all have probably heard me mention it before, but I finally had it's empty. Yes, it's empty.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it.
This one has nothing in it. But I finally got to have some of my Camus wine, which is, of course, a Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. It is the 2017 vintage, and y'all, this Camus is my favorite wine. It is just to tell you a little bit about it. It is a bold, smooth Cabernet, and I love it. I love it. It's not like too powerful. It's not too tart or too tannic. It's just very soft and very smooth to me, but still very bold and just a good drinkable wine. It's actually in the top 1% of wines in the world. It is if you're a basic wine drinker, like you're kind of just starting out and you know you're drinking your normal wines. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. This one would be a little bit pricier for you because it is maybe it's an 85 to $100 bottle of wine, and that's if you're getting it from like your local stores. And I think I mentioned before that if you order it from Camus, they have different vintages, different and reserves, and so it can actually get a little bit more expensive than $100. So just your
Oh, wow.
normal bottle if you went to the grocery store somewhere and they actually had it there, because we have it here in our stores and grocery stores and things like that, and it runs anywhere from 85 to $100 depending on where you are. So it can be pricey, but I promise you it's worth it. If you ever want to splurge on a wine, on a Cabernet, this is your splurge wine. Of course, there are wines that get way more expensive than 85 to $100. So for some people, this may be reasonable. And then for other people who are a little bit more frugal with their wine, this could be expensive, but it's worth every penny. I literally drank this whole bottle. There's a story behind this bottle. I went to a friend's house. Like I didn't even buy this bottle, y'all. Went to a friend's house and on Christmas Eve, and he had some drinks out on the table, and they drink a lot of sweet wines. Some of my other friends drink a lot of sweet wines, and this one was on the counter, and I was like, "So, are we opening this wine? Like, is this what we're doing?" And he was like, "Well, I was trying to keep it for Christmas, but because I like you." And then he says, "Well, we're going to have to drink it all tonight. Like if you start it, you're going to have to drink it all tonight." And I literally drank almost the whole bottle except for this one glass that I'm having. And I was able to like reseal it and everything. And I really wanted it prior to today, but I was like, nope, I'm going to hang on to it. It's resealed, recorked until Wednesday so I can tell all of my listeners about it. So, Camus,
Yay.
Cabernet Sauvignon, Napa Valley. It's worth it, y'all.
Well, I'm so happy that you shared that because, I guess the funny thing is I have like one of my favorite wines and
Mhm.
I am on the complete opposite end. So this is a good variety for y'all.
It
Um,
is.
so if you like a 99 cent wine,
Not a 99-cent wine. Stop it.
no, it's not. Y'all, actually, let me tell you this story. I went to the gas station because it's a gas station wine that I picked up. And I told Nick, I called him on the phone and I was like, the wine went up. Like I was shocked, y'all. Because normally you can get it for the $9.99, but tonight mine was like right at $20. But I am drinking, it is the Josh. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's the Josh Cabernet Sauvignon. This is like my go-to right here. I will drink this like this is my favorite. So this actually, it's a little bit dry. I know that you can taste a little bit of fruit in it. It's more like hazelnut and cinnamon. It's a really tasty wine. Like I'm drinking out of my A cup today, but you can see it's kind of dark. It's got juicy, it's got nice blackberry flavor. So it tastes so delicious, y'all. This is the wine that I would say 95% of the time, if I have to choose it, this is the one that I'm drinking. I like this. I like the Coppola, but I say the Josh is one of my favorites. So if you are, on the frugal side, or if you are looking for a wine that, it's a Sunday night or Friday night and you just want to have a glass of wine, maybe in the bathtub, y'all. Side note, I recently started taking baths a lot, and that is so serene. It's so peaceful. So it's a great place to maybe listen to our podcast, grab a glass of wine, and just hang out. So I'm drinking Josh. On my lips, I have, it's called Ruby Red. This is a chapstick or a lip balm. If you're catching us on YouTube, you can see it. You could also use it on your cheeks. I've showed y'all this before with a different color, but you can use it on your cheeks as a little bit of a blush. I use this all the time when I'm heading to the gym because sometimes, well, I used to work out super early mornings and I didn't have time to, do anything to my face. So if you want to like bring a little bit to your face, but you're still about to work out, perfect for your cheeks, perfect for your lips. It's going to hydrate them. It's a little bit tinted. It looks great on everybody. And it just added a little bit of like to my face. So this is the lip balm and I'm drinking Josh. So if you're on YouTube, these will be linked below.
Yay. That's really nice. I like that you can use it as a blush and as a lippy. That's really neat.
Yeah. Oh, and it smells good too.
Well, that's a plus.
Mhm.
So we've talked about our wine. Now we can jump into these workout plans and these workout goals that we're putting in place. So, um, first of all, let's just kind of discuss what our 2021 workout goals are. Like, what are you looking forward to as far as working out, as far as your health in 2021?
Well, for me, I actually want to shred some pounds. I want to be healthier as far as like my meal choices. So, my husband and I, Nick, we discussed, we're going to have at least one hearty meal a week. Because I feel that with health and fitness and meals, you got to treat yourself sometime. I mean, because life just to me, it isn't fun if you don't have a little bit of dessert.
Yep.
So, overall, my health goals is to eat a lot better, like look at what I'm actually putting into my body, eat more fruits, eat more vegetables, try to go for the grilled instead of the fried, but still also be able to indulge in, a dessert or two at least one day a week. I do plan to work out a lot. I recently had a baby and I'm back in the gym now, and it's very challenging. It's like starting over.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of people, dealing with COVID, maybe some people haven't worked out, and going to the gym is brand new to you, and especially this time of year. But just to make sure that I'm going to the gym at least 3 days a week, that's my biggest goal. And just trying to eat healthier and drink water. I don't drink a lot of water. That was the hardest thing for me when I was pregnant. And Nick would be like, "You need to drink more water." So in 2021, one of my goals is to drink more water. What about you?
Oh my goodness. So, kind of in line with what you were saying. So, I'm a 100% believer in not saying that I'm going to be on a diet or I want to go on a diet. Like, for me, it's always like a journey. It's always a part of my life. It's a lifestyle change. So, one, I want to make sure that I keep that mentality and I don't want to get caught up in what the scale is saying all the time because that can be detrimental. But I do want to shed some pounds. I mean, COVID-19, this whole year, I have on and off just not done what I needed to do. Like there are times that I start off strong and then I stop. I start off strong and then I stop. So my goal is to one, shed some pounds. Like you said, I want to be able to lose some pounds and I want to do that by eating better. So one of the things that Emmanuel and I are doing now is we are buying food prep at least for our lunch. So that we're not overindulging at lunch, or I'm not running to Chick-fil-A on the day that I'm in the office, or I'm not just kind of eating whatever is here since I work from home most of the time too. Working from home can be a blessing and a curse when it comes to eating whatever is inside or whatever you have in the refrigerator. Um,
Yes.
Preparing better dinners. It's the craziest thing because I used to I love vegetables. Like I've never not liked vegetables, but I feel like I've had so much broccoli and so much cauliflower that I don't like it anymore. I just
Mhm.
determined that last night because I made broccoli and cauliflower. And so my goal is to change up my veggies as well. So continue with food prepping and stick to that. Have healthier dinners, but all, like you said, always have I believe in cheat days also. So and mine is typically on Saturday. And so for me and my PCOS and my health, I have to make sure that I monitor my carbs. That's typically what makes my weight, my hormones, and everything go like haywire. So I want to get back on track with monitoring my carbs because I have not done that. A lot of people do keto. I am not a keto person. I still have carbs. I just manage them. I have a certain amount for lunch, a certain amount for dinner, and a certain amount for my snacks and breakfast. So I want to pick all of those habits that I had before back up. And I guess I'll talk a little bit more about before when we go into how health and working out and things have just honestly changed our lives. So those are pretty much my goals: eating better, working out more. I started, of course, the yoga and the HIIT classes with one of my counterparts, and so my goal is to do her HIIT classes, which are twice a week, do my yoga, and get back into hiking. Hiking is something that I love and I enjoy, and so I want to get back into hiking at least once a week, at least once a week. So I'll have to write all these goals down. They're all obtainable. But it's always good to put pen to paper when you're coming up with your goals too. I know we're talking about this now, but actually writing them in our journals or writing them on a piece of paper or on something that we're going to post on our wall so that we can see every day, I think that tends to help me also.
Yes. With you saying that, another thing I need to do is walk more because I've never, like, I used to run. I used to do like a 5K, like things like that. But now I know it's
That was
like,
on my vision board to do more 5Ks this year. And COVID was like, no.
I know. That's one of the things that I want to do with the baby is I've got a stroller that's good for jogging. So is to get out and actually walk my neighborhood, do some jogs and things like that.
Yeah.
What I was going to ask you is for tracking your calories, or what do you use for that?
Oh my goodness. I use an app called My Fitness Pal. I use
Oh, yeah, I use that too.
I use My Fitness Pal. Of course, I have my Fitbit, and so it tracks my workouts and things like that. And then I use it to just pull it over to My Fitness Pal. But My Fitness Pal, I've used since back in the day when I lost so much weight because it literally helps me put in. It holds me accountable, really. And
Mhm.
when I first started using it, I had to like tell myself, because when you're putting it in, you can say like, I don't think it was that many calories. Like I can just like knock that down a little bit. But I had to tell myself, like, you're only hurting yourself if you don't put this in accurately. And so with My Fitness Pal, it's been with me for years and I still use it and I still love it.
That's awesome. Well, I used to use that too. I got to be honest, I haven't used it in a long time, but you make me like want to go back and use it so I
I'm
can
logging
track.
in every day recently. Like, because I just like to log in. So I just open it up and it would be like, you've logged in for 400 days. And then I missed it. So it's not
That's
that I
kind of
was tracking anything, I was just logging in.
I think I might do that. And I don't even wear my Fitbit anymore, but I need to start back wearing my Fitbit. Like I've got three. And it's a matter of charging it and putting the app on my phone so that I kind of like the calorie counter or the
Yeah.
steps. And I feel like you and we used to kind of do challenges.
I was gonna say Fitbit challenges used to help me all the time. Like I used to, girl, I would be in a restaurant waiting to sit to eat, and I'd be like moving my feet. And Emmanuel's like, "You are so embarrassing. Like, why are you doing this?" I was serious back in the day. I would just be dancing, trying to get like waiting. We go to Texas Roadhouse, and their wait's always 30 minutes most of the time. And so for 30 minutes, I just stand. People would be like, "You can sit." Nope, I'm good. I'm good.
Yep. And I would take another class, like, because I think that doing challenges and like having like accountability partners, that
Yes.
totally helps so much.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I 100% agree. It helps me out a lot. Um, so what do you do for your primary workouts? Like what's your primary workout routine? And just how has it impacted you? Like what does that routine do for you?
So for me, I take Pure Barre classes, and I've been doing that for 5 years. We actually have a studio here in Lafayette, and I found it like on Facebook. I was looking for a gym, it popped up, and I was like, let me go in and try it. So it's a yoga and Pilates mix with musically driven classes. So we actually have four different types of classes, and I'm an instructor there as well. One is just our strength class, which is called, Pure Barre. It's just a strength class. Then we have one that's called Empower, and that's going to be our class that gives you high energy. It's your cardio class. Then we have one that's called Reform. Reform is more like a cross training. So you use these sliders, you use resistance bands, and it's going to give you a full body workout as well. The other one we have, it's called a kind of breaking down Pure Barre. It's a fundamentals class where you come in and it teaches you all of the basics of Pure Barre so you can understand how to do it. So it's called Foundations, and it just has because we have our own lingo in Pure Barre, like tuck and pulse, and it just teaches you how to do that. So for me, I fell in love with Pure Barre day one. The first day I walked in and took a class, I was like, holy moly, I feel like a fish. I cannot do this, but I want to come back. And I signed up for some classes. Like I went ahead and did like a 30-day membership. And then I think I signed up for a year right after that. I was so into it. So I didn't become an instructor until I had been taking classes for a year. So I genuinely, like deep down in my heart, love it. So that's what I do. And honestly, I think, having to teach classes forces me to be in shape because I feel like if I'm going to go teach somebody how to do something, I need to know how to do it myself.
Right.
So it makes me level up my fitness goals a little bit more. I like working out with the clients. So I definitely recommend if you have a local, Pure Barre studio, go and try at least one class. Like it's something that you can implement with your workout. Like you don't have to do it as much as I do. That's my primary workout. But this year, like I do want to add more yoga. I also want to like walk more. So I want to do like a good variety of things.
Awesome.
What about you?
There's a Pure Bar here in San Antonio too. It's just all the way on the other side of town, so I still hadn't tried it yet. San Antonio is very widespread, so it's probably like 30 minutes away from me. It's like a 30-minute drive, and traffic here is not that good. But I do want to try Pure Bar. I was hoping that they may put one on our side of town at some point, but my routine has been, well, one, I love yoga. I love yoga. Yoga truly has yoga changed my life in so many ways, just from, one, when I initially was overweight and depressed and, having anxiety and panic attacks and things like that. Like I found yoga. A friend introduced me to yoga. I started going. I found a studio kind of like you when I was living in Waco, Texas, and that studio was amazing. It's like I walked into the studio and I was like, "This is where I want to be. This is what I want to do." They would do challenges and things like that that just challenge you to come and be present. And so I adored all of that. And so yoga just kind of became a part of who I am. And now of course, just got my registered yoga teacher certification. So I'm excited about that. But yoga one is one way that I stay healthy. And I feel like when I say healthy, I'm not just talking physically, like it allows me to be healthy mentally, emotionally. Like I'm able to just like release everything that has happened that week or that month or whatever the case may be. I'm able to leave it on the mat. So yoga is one way. Um, Hiking is another way. And I will say, since I moved here to San Antonio, hiking has been few and far in between, but it is something that I love to do. And so I want to get back into that because it is a different type of cardio. Um, but I love it. And you're getting to see nature while you're working out. Like what better way to work out? And then just what I typically do is like your normal. I love kickboxing. I took a kickboxing class. I joined a kickboxing gym actually, and it just got really pricey for me. So I ended up not going because I was doing that and I was doing yoga. And man was like, "You're gonna have to choose something. Like, you got money going over here and over here and over here." And so I got a boxing bag down in the garage now that Emmanuel got me. So I do like to kickbox. I love the way kickboxing made me feel. I love the way it made my body look. I'm hoping to get back into that too. So, and then the typical treadmill, walking in the neighborhood, all of those typical things I still try to include if I can't go hiking or if I can't get to yoga or kickboxing. I do try to do something in the neighborhood. And again, 2020 has not allowed me to do a lot of that. So all of these are things that make me happy and that I like to do. And my goal is to get back to those things that I like to do this year.
Same here. You know what? Like for me, I'm more of a group person.
Oh my
So
gosh, me
I
too.
have to be held accountable because
Oh my gosh. So that I have that under like what we do to stay motivated. That was
Uh-huh.
one of the things that we were going to talk about, and one of the things that I like to do to stay motivated is being a part of a group, which is why
Yeah.
I liked the kickboxing, because I was going to the gym to every day, and I had a kickboxing instructor, and then I had other people around me saying, "You can do it, keep going."
Mhm.
We did Camp Gladiator for a while, and I love the camaraderie. I love the support. I love that there are people who are there that can push me. Same thing about yoga, which is probably why it's been harder throughout 2020, even though I've been consistent on and off and I took the instructor's training. But I like to go to a yoga studio. I just like to be around people. I like that support. And I learned that that's one thing that 2020 taught me, is that, girl, you like to be around people when you work out, and it motivates me. Like when I'm at home, like I can easily give up. I can easily say, this is so hard, I'm just gonna lay here through this round. But when I'm in a gym or when I'm somewhere with people, they don't let you stop. They're like, you got it, you can keep doing it, keep going, and I love that. It's that's one way I stay motivated, is just being able to be around people who can help motivate you.
Right. And I feel like the workouts that we both prefer are ones that are positive.
Yeah.
So I know like for Pure Bar, that's one of our good selling points is that we challenge you in a positive way. So whenever I was training to be an instructor, it's we give motivational cues versus things that are negative. So all of our cueing and all of our talks, they're positive. Like you can do this, you can totally do this. Like we count to 10 and it kind of it encourages you and it's like you can shake like we say shake and once you get to your shaking point, that's the point where your muscles start to change.
Mhm.
So we challenge our members to get to their shaking point and it's just all positive. Like yoga's positive, release, like doing all of the things. And I think I used to do Zumba. Well, I don't think I know I used to do Zumba a while ago. But it's like dance and fun and all of the
Yeah.
positive things.
I loved doing Zumba when I was in Waco. I really, really loved it. It's fun too, and it's upbeat. And they're like, "Let me
Hmm.
see your hands," and I'm like, it
I
was
used to I used to go out dancing and I would do my Zumba workout.
me too, girl. We used to do a Zumba class to I don't know if you've heard Little John's
Yes,
shots.
yeah.
We used to do a squat and twerking Zumba class to that song. And whenever I would go out, I would be doing the Zumba thing. I'd be doing Zumba in the club. I'd be like, this is how I twerk in Zumba.
Yes.
How I squat in Zumba.
It's awesome. Like I used to do the same thing. I swear. I feel like whatever makes you move and gets you motivate, like just makes you happy.
I
It
know.
makes it easier to go back to.
I love it. I think that's part of what is going to keep us motivated. So I think that answers the question of what can keep us motivated is doing something that you really enjoy.
Absolutely.
We can start out doing something and it's like, oh my goodness, this sucks, I hate doing this. And sometimes I think like that when I get on the treadmill, unless I'm like listening to music or something like that, and so it's already like I'm already in that negative headspace. But when I was preparing to go to Zumba, it was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be so fun. I know who the teacher is and she plays good music. Or I was doing something with yoga and I was like, oh, I know this is going to be a good one. Like I need this today. Like I'm already like positive talking and positive thinking before I get there. So I think that doing something that you genuinely enjoy and love is one of the things that's going to keep you motivated throughout this year. So find what your niche is. Find what your niche is when it comes to working out.
Right. And I think also counting your tiny wins. Like I can say this about everything, business, life, especially fitness. Like if you were able to, like, one of the things that we do is we have a plank series, and it's a 90-second plank series. So, if you're able to hold it, let's say for 10 seconds the first time, maybe next time you're able to work your way up to 20 seconds. It's like those are tiny wins. Or if you're able to, whatever it is that you're doing in your workout, maybe you walked a little bit longer, or you felt like you were working in your work a little bit deeper. Those are little tiny wins that you can celebrate. Or if you have to do several push-ups, you know um, for us, there's some where you have to do them on your toes, and if you're too fatigued, you come down to your knees. Right now I'm coming down to my knees a lot just because I'm getting back into.
Me too.
So, just that little joy of when I can stay on my toes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Counting those tiny wins definitely help keep, I know, me motivated and a lot of people motivated. Um, and then having that accountability partner, because before I was teaching, I would be with the 5:30 a.m. crew.
Mhm.
So I worked full time. So the only time that worked for me was going at 5:30 a.m. because I realized later in my day, like, if it was 5:30 p.m. or 6:30 p.m., I may not get to my workout because I was busy at work.
Mhm.
So I think also finding the time of day that works for you is so important.
It
So if
is.
you have to get up a little bit earlier or go to bed a little bit later, then that will help keep you motivated.
That was definitely one of the things that I had to figure out myself, is like what time of the day worked for me. And I learned very quickly, like, don't tell yourself what you're not. Don't tell yourself what you're not or what you can't do. Because I used to say all the time, like, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. And I still like my sleep. Don't get it twisted. Like, I still like my
Mhm.
sleep, but I became a morning person. And the way that I became a morning person is that I adjusted the time I went to bed at night. Like, I still do this now because I've fallen back into the bad habit. But at the time that I was working out heavily, like, I started to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Or 9:30, because I knew that I was going to get up and do a 5 o'clock workout. So I allowed my body to still get my 8 hours of sleep that I felt like I needed. It was just at a different time. And so don't tell yourself what you're not. There are adjustments that you can make to be exactly what you feel like you're not. And I am a morning person when I make the necessary changes to my schedule throughout the day. And one of the other things I was going to say to keep you motivated is to do not, and I mentioned this earlier, do not scale shame yourself. Do not
Oh,
scale shame yourself. Getting on the scale every day, getting on the scale Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, that is heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking because you're going to lose water weight, gain water weight, lose water weight, gain water weight, gain 2 pounds from water, whatever the case may be. You are going to continue to feel awful if you're not dropping those pounds. You're going to get discouraged. You're going to be, you're not going to not want to do it anymore. You're going to want to quit, give up, throw in the towel. One of the things that worked for me is weighing once a week. I weighed
mhm.
once a week, whether it was on Saturday morning or Sunday. I preferred to do it on Saturday morning before my cheat day got off, before my cheat day started. And that worked for me. But once a week is really all you need. And even if you don't want to do it once a week and you do it once every 2 weeks, that's fine. What I don't think you should do is weigh yourself every day. I call that scale shaming because it's really going to make you feel ashamed or bad for something that you really shouldn't even feel ashamed of or bad for, because you're doing the work. The scale will change eventually. One of the other things I learned is that you lose inches before you lose pounds. So that's important to remember, that even you may be slimming down and the numbers aren't going down. So just all those things, and give yourself grace, and just do find your niche to stay motivated.
Right. I agree because muscle weighs so much more than fat.
Yes.
So you might find that you're gaining weight and it's not necessarily a bad thing. So I
Mhm.
completely agree with you. Like with the scale, like honestly, my advice is to toss that thing out the window.
Girl.
Maybe give yourself a good weigh in, because I was the same way. Like, and I've been there. Like, I was getting on the scale every day. I was so attached to that number and it wasn't dropping. So then it makes you do unhealthy things. And you're like, man, I can just lose some pounds. And no, I mean, you want to do it slow and steady, is the key.
And
Like,
healthy. You don't want to
yeah,
starve yourself. You still want to eat, have your meals, all of the things, but don't get on that scale every single day. Like
no.
I was definitely there also. Every day I wanted to get on the scale.
And also, I would say this is actually adjusting your food as well as your workout. You can't just do one or the other,
Exactly,
because
exactly.
you're gonna fail. You're not gonna reach the goals that you want to reach. If you're eating cheeseburgers every day, but you're going to the gym and you're like, oh, this isn't working, then you blame it on the workout.
I've been working out every day and nothing is happening, but have you changed your diet?
Yeah,
Because a
like
lot of, I think people know this, but don't like to really accept it, that a lot of what makes you healthy and what really makes you slim down is what you're putting in your body. What your body is storing and turning into fat and things like that. That is what causes you to gain the like I have the apple belly. Like I'm shaped like an apple. I'll never be shaped like a pear. So whenever I eat or whenever I start to get overweight, my body structure is that I gain it in my stomach area. And we all know that's the hardest part to lose. But part of that is what I'm putting in my body, what I'm eating every day, or not even every day, every other day. Sometimes we think that we are not eating it as much and we really are. So monitor what you're putting in your body. I agree 100% with what Angela said. You have to do a combination of the two.
take the stairs instead of the elevator. If you're out, it's like simple things that we can do to like that. Like if you're going through a drive-through, grab the grilled chicken instead of the burger,
uh,
side
I used
salad.
to get grilled chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. It used to be the hardest thing ever. Like I would go and I'd be like, man, I want the 12-count nuggets. And then I would say very quick, make them grilled.
Yeah.
Make them grilled. And then I learned how to make that work. Like I really liked buffalo sauce, so I would get the grilled nuggets with buffalo sauce. And if I still wanted the fries, I would have the fries because I was cutting my carbs. I could still have a certain amount of carbs. So that's really how you have to look at it. It's like, what can I have and what do I need to monitor? Because you can still have a carb. I don't want you to think that you have to eliminate carbs from your diet. Carbs are actually good for you when they're eaten in moderation and in the way that they're meant to be eaten. So just kind of make sure that you are monitoring everything that you put in your body, not like with a pencil and pen and then a stickler, but just pay attention to how you're eating, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right. So I guess that kind of goes into supplements. So do you use any supplements at all?
Um, I love so I'm a huge Beachbody supporter. So I used to be a health coach with Beachbody, and I loved it. I really, really did, and I still love the products and everything. So I still love Shakeology. That's one thing that I like to make a part of my diet. I am trying a new shake to see if it compares to Shakeology, which is the 310 shake. I don't know if it compares yet. We'll see. But I do adore Beachbody products. So I love Shakeology. I love some of the Shakeology, like Shakeology Energize. If I needed just kind of a uplift before my workout, I would do the Energize, take the Energize. I don't have any handy now, but that's one thing that I have used in the past. Emmanuel likes to use like creatine and things like that. I haven't really gotten into all of that. He feels like I should try some of it. I don't know about that. But right now, the main two things that I like is Shakeology, and I will use the Energize because I do feel like sometimes I need an energy boost. What about you?
Same thing. Like, I like the Shakeology shakes. I don't have any now. Nope, I lie. I do have some. I need a blender now, so I'm gonna be buying me a blender before too long. But I like the Shakeology shakes. I am a huge fan of the Energize because I get very fatigued in classes, and I find that the Energize gives me that great boost, and it's
Yeah,
plant-based, so it's not,
absolutely.
that negative energy. It's really good, clean energy.
It
So
makes
I'm
you
a
feel good and
huge
you don't crash.
exactly, and
Yeah.
it keeps me focused. I love the Energize, and that's considered a pre-workout. I also I do like collagen. I get that from Beachbody. I use that supplement. It's for skin, hair, and nails. Like if y'all are not using collagen, I highly recommend it. It'll help you glow from the inside out. So collagen is really good. I like to do the greens. I use that supplement. It's because I don't eat a lot of vegetables, and sometimes I have to supplement that, but you can put that in your shakes, and it definitely, helps you get the right amount of greens in your life. So those are the primary things that I like. I know Nick, he's a big creatine and he likes that, and he's going to be getting back into the, health and fitness here in a little bit. I've tried creatine. To me, it's the same as my Energize. So I
I
would
think I
rather just,
agree.
yeah, I'd rather just stick with that. It's great. It's worked for me. It helps you slim down. And I find that that is what I prefer.
Yeah. So I think we use the same things, friend.
We do. Yes. So I guess we've already talked about what we do to stay motivated, but do you have any one specific thing that's your favorite to stay motivated?
I think that my favorite thing to stay motivated, honestly, is the group workouts. The group workouts. Like I think that's what does it for me. Like if I can get myself up to get to the car, to get to the workout, I'm gonna give it 110%. Just because I feel like I have that support system. And I think that for both of us, like we talked about when we talked about COVID, and how it's impacted our lives on another episode, we both realized that we are very social people. Like we like to be around people, we like to have a good time and go out and host parties and things like that. And I think that this is another thing that just kind of ties into our personality, is that we like the camaraderie of group workouts. And so I think that that for me going into 2021 is going to be one of the things that I focus on as far as um, staying motivated, because now I realize that that's one thing that helps me. We don't know what COVID is going to do. Um, I got the vaccine. I don't know. I'm sharing that with y'all. Got the vaccine today. I feel fine, by the way. My husband had it yesterday. He feels fine. No side effects or anything like that. But I'm hoping that, that there is a shift with the COVID thing so that we're able to get back to doing these things that help us stay motivated. If COVID doesn't allow, um, I think that another way that we can do it, I after doing our live tonight, as I said earlier, with the hit class that I started with my friend, I realized that even doing it on Zoom still motivated me. Like even those times that I wanted to give up, like the instructor was like right there saying 5 more seconds, or this or that. And so and seeing other people still going like on the Zoom because we had our cameras on, that was still inspiring. So I think even if COVID doesn't allow right away, that doing something like that is going to be helpful. I think I forgot to mention, sorry, also that
Come on.
I joined, and this was probably should have been mentioned in my fitness goals for 2021. I joined an actual uh I guess it's a gym here in San Antonio. So there's a new one that's opening up on my side of town, and it's called Hot Works. So I love hot yoga. It just does something like you're releasing, like you're getting yoga and you're releasing all these endorphins and all of these bad things that happen for the week. But then you're also like, I don't know. You just release everything that the heat takes away too. You're burning thousands, hundreds of calories. So nonetheless, Hot Works is going to be a kind of gym where everything that you do is heated, and it's infrared heat. So it's not like a sauna, like the dripping heat that you get when you go to like a sauna or something like that. It's going to be a different type of heat. I've never experienced infrared heat or this thing that they're talking about, but I'm excited to try it. And so they'll have yoga. You'll be able to do cycling, all kinds of things just in different spaces, and everything is heated. So I'm excited to try that this year. I signed up as a new member, kind of one of their founders members for this area. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I gotta say, y'all probably saw my face on YouTube because, like, I don't know. I'm like, mm, sweaty parts, like, but it's something that it sounds like I would want to try.
You
I like yoga, and it sounds like something that you may want to drink a lot of water for.
you you have to take water with you, even when you go to a regular hot yoga class. Like I've been in hot yoga classes that get up to 105 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
So it's 105 degree. The one that I went to that I missed so much was 105 degrees, and it was a hip hop yoga class. So it was a little bit more fast paced. So you're in this hour class, hip hop yoga, and you are like pushing 105 degrees. When you come out, you are drenched. But you feel amazing once the air hits you. It's a different feeling. So I recommend you at least try it once.
Now that you're saying that, it's like whenever I go work out, like if I'm doing a cardio class, I sweat a lot more. I sweat in all of our classes. But something, it does feel good when you walk out and you're sweaty. It's like a
Yes.
different feeling.
It's a
You're
different
like,
feeling, like I killed that class.
yeah. Ooh, I stink.
Survived. Let me go take a shower.
Yeah. I agree. I
It's
can
awesome
like I
though.
totally get down with that. What I did want to say was one of the ways that Pure Barre did impact me is, and this is like backing all the way back up. When I first started going, I was weighing like 150. Back then, I was tied to the scale, and
Mhm.
then I lost inches over time. And then over the course of a year, I realized I had lost like 20 something pounds. And I think that just knowing that this workout will make me lose weight motivates me. It will
Exactly.
make me. Yeah.
And that's
And
what
the
that's go ahead.
Okay, the other thing I was gonna say as a motivator is, and Shonda, I know we've talked about this a lot. I always say if you can make money doing it, do it. Because I've been an instructor for what 4 years, because we were open for 5. So for 4 years, and something, if money motivates you, finding a workout that you can do, maybe you get a certification in, that can actually compensate you. There's something about, for me, money's a motivator. It is one of my initial motivators. So if you are money motivated, then find something that you can make money with.
Yeah, I love that. I was gonna say also that I love that you mentioned how Pure Barre kind of impacted you at a time where you lost your weight and you knew that it could work for you. I
Right.
think that's the same experience for me when I was having all of my health issues. I was extremely overweight. I found out I had polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was depressed and all of these other things that I didn't even realize were like a big deal until the doctor tells you, like, you're depressed, you're, overweight, and that's affecting all of these other things that's going on in your body, which is also in turn making you more overweight. So I had to figure something out for myself. And so choosing Beachbody for one was one of the things that helped and motivated me. But choosing the Camp Gladiator classes, those people who assisted and motivated me and didn't let me give up, going to yoga and leaving that hot yoga class and being able to look and say, dang, I burned 600 calories or 700 calories just doing yoga. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it's that is how those things motivated me, because I needed to make a change in my life, and I started making those mini steps and doing those things, and it's like people supported that and people helped me reach those goals. So I don't think I did it all alone. I ended up losing 40 pounds, I think, at that time in my life. And it all revolves around, one, me taking the step to enroll in yoga, me, doing more cardio at home, me changing up my meal plans. So I know that all of the goals that I've set for myself for 2021 are possible because I've done it before. But I have to find all of those things that motivated me before.
Exactly. I totally
Yeah.
agree. I think that we have basically gone through all of our questions. Do
I
you have anything else?
I don't have anything else. I think we are good on this episode. I hope that we have motivated some people to get started with their 2021 goals. If fitness is one of your goals for this year, remember it is a lifestyle. Don't ever think you're on a diet. Don't ever, ever, ever think or say you're on a diet. This is a lifestyle thing. So go into this year thinking and remembering that this is a lifestyle journey.
Absolutely. And if you are, and I know Shonda has this as well, but I'll say if you're in the Lafayette area and you are interested in trying a Pure Barre class, then you can come try one with me for free. All you have to do is reach out to me. So if you actually go to my website, arobertson.com, then you can go there and you can actually get a free Pure Barre class. Check with your local studio though. So no matter what workouts you do, try a lot of them. That's one thing that I would say. Don't get stuck in just, one type. Mix it up, do some cardio, do some, resistance training, because if you are doing one type of exercise, then your body may not change. You
Right.
actually need to incorporate some cardio, some strength training. So just, think about that whenever you're getting ready to work out.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All
What do
right.
you have coming up?
Well, I guess I'll tell you what we have coming up. So, I just kicked off the LNS Health Space virtual yoga classes and hit classes. The first one was tonight. So if you're hearing this, it's probably already happened. But the first one was tonight. It was amazing. I still have on my workout clothes. Um, I'm telling you, it's a 30-minute hit class, and you are really hit by the workout. Trust me. So I'm excited about those. So please, please join the LNS Health Space workout groups, the virtual groups. If you're interested, you can always send me an email if you're following me on my social media accounts. If you're not following me on my social media accounts, you can always find me at lhollins.speaks.com. There you can find everything that I have going on. You can find out how to get in touch with me via email or social media as well. Also, December 31st. Again, if you're hearing this, it's probably past the date, so go and get your tickets. But the retreat tickets are going on sale. So if you are in Mendenhall, Mississippi, McGee, Mississippi, any surrounding Simpson County area, yoga retreat is going to be happening in 2021. And the tickets go on sale December 31st at midnight. So get your tickets. I'm so excited about that. I've already told you how yoga has changed and impacted my life. And so I'm glad to just be able to spread the love and spread the wealth with that. So I think that's all I have right now, Angie.
Awesome. So with me, it is January at this point, and we have our $21 starter kits that are going on right now. This is a January only way to become a business partner with me through Lime Life by Alcon. If you have been using the products, the skincare or the makeup, and there's one product that you like, now is a great time to For $21, you get your link, you get your website, you are able to get all of the back office training and really see if Lime Life is something that you want to add to your brand. So you can do that all month long for $21. We also have what's called a build a starter kit function. So for $21, you will get your business. In addition to that, you can add on different products. So we've got some specific products that you can add on, and you're customizing your own starter kit. So you can do that, or you can choose one of our typical starter kits, which one is 99, one is 169, or you can just get the $21 and add on or not add on. So I know that was a lot of information. Hopefully you got that. But right now, in a nutshell, is a great time to see if you want to add an additional line of income and get that through Lime Life, which is one of the business that I'm partnered with that I absolutely love. I would love to have you as a part of my team. We are doing big things in 2021. In 2020, we actually hit our $100,000 mark. So we're a $100,000 team. And I'm so proud of that because I started this business when I was way too busy. It was my third string of income. I was doing Pure Barre, I was working full time, and this was income line number three. Like I said, producing more income, there's never a negative for that. And this brand, it's a great brand that empowers women, natural ingredient skincare, professional makeup, and I would love to have you partner with me. So that's what I am doing now. So in order to reach me, you can go to arobertson.com. You can find me on Facebook, Angela Robertson, or my business page, Life with A Robertson. And all of this will be linked on our YouTube.
Awesome, awesome. I think that's all we have, Angie. If you guys are watching on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you are following us or listening to us on Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening to us from, hit subscribe. We would love for you to be subscribed to our podcast so that you never miss an episode.
Absolutely. So this has been a great episode. We're so happy that you tuned in. We will see y'all next time.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.